Welcome back, everybody. We're on Conversation D now. Now, Lucy actually walks over to the three men, right? Jerry says, I didn't know your brother is our trainer. He's talking to Lucy right now. So it sounds like Lucy never let Jerry know that her brother is their trainer. It's kind of weird.
And Jimmy can't believe it either. He says, and I didn't know this guy is your new boyfriend. So my goodness, you learn something new every day. And Lucy says, well, and I didn't know that you all knew each other.
Yeah.
So they all know each other now, but what they don't know is the reason they're all at the mall, okay? They know the guys are there. The guys know why they're there, but we don't really know why Lucy's there yet, and Lucy doesn't really know why the guys are there yet.
Not yet. Well, Tom starts laughing. He says, don't tell me, Lucy, you're here to do some last-minute Christmas shopping. Maybe she is. Of course, Lucy denies it. She says, of course not. I always get my Christmas shopping done weeks in advance. She sounds like a typical girl, actually. Most of us ladies, don't we? We go shopping early so we don't have to feel rushed right before Christmas. Now, when you do something in advance, you do it before it's actually due. Maybe you have a report due a week from now. Well, if you do your report in advance, it means you finish your report early. You do it in preparation for an upcoming event. So she has actually already done her Christmas shopping. That's what she tells us. In advance, here is our word power word. Let's learn some more.
Word Power. Hello and welcome to Word Power. Today's word is in advance. Today, we read that Lucy likes to finish her Christmas shopping in advance. In advance is an adverb phrase which means before something happens. For example, Natasha started studying for the exam a month in advance so she would be sure to do well. As a verb, advance means to move forward. For instance, traffic is really bad today. The cars are advancing really slowly. Advance also has a noun form, which means a change or discovery that helps to improve something. For example, the invention of the Internet was a major advance in human history. That's all the time we have for Word Power. Thanks for listening.
So again, girls do their shopping in advance or ahead of time. For example, I used to pay my rent in advance, like I would pay 2 or 3 months in advance because I didn't want to go over to the landlord's house so many times. I just said, I'll just pay you for 2 or 3 months and then I don't have to come over here again because my landlady lived kind of far away at the time. That was years ago, of course. But again, she's going to do this in advance, or girls, or Lucy, gets her Christmas shopping done in advance. So she doesn't have to rush around on Christmas Eve. To rush means to hurry, and we often use it with the preposition around. To rush around, that means to go from place to place in a hurry. You don't have enough time to do things. Maybe you're busy at the office, you have a deadline, and you're rushing around. You're making phone calls, you're going to the fax machine, you're going to the computer, etc., etc. You're in a big hurry, you're rushing around.
Well, Jerry says, oh, me too. So he agrees that he's rushing, that he's actually prepared in advance, which is kind of a lie, right? Yeah, but he doesn't want Lucy to think badly of him. Jimmy says, yeah, and me. Oh, yeah, they're all telling lies here to Lucy. They want her to think they're pretty cool. Well, Jerry says we'd better get going, which just means this is something we should do. We should get moving, finish up what we're doing. And they're also going to be partying. So they're going to leave Lucy, and he says, I'll call you later, Lucy.
And Lucy says bye, but then Jerry says, darn, or oh no, we'll have to think up a new idea now, or she'll know I was in there to buy her a gift. So again, he needs to come up with a new idea. And if you need to think about something new, we say to think up or to think something up. So he needs to come up with a new idea or have a new idea, to imagine one, right? So we'll have to think up or come up with a new idea, because if I buy this present in this sports store, then she'll know that was the reason I was in there in the first place.
That's right. Well, Tom uses a very familiar phrase. He says, back to the drawing board. This is a phrase that means you've tried something that didn't work. So now you have to think up or come up with a new plan or a new idea and try that again. So what you did try failed. So you have to think of something new. So you go back to the drawing board, write down some ideas you have, and try one of those and see if that will be more successful. Now, back to the drawing board is our shortcut for you. Let's listen to our skit.
Shortcut for you.
So, you don't think that idea will work then?
No, you don't have time for an experiment like that.
Back to the drawing board.
Where do you want to go?
Back to the drawing board means to start over again from the beginning.
Oh, I get it. Back to the drawing board 就是失败后从头开始的意思。
Right. So let's try to think of a new idea.
This is really hard. What should we do?
I've got it. We can steal Jake and Jill's idea and pretend that it's ours.
Are you crazy? That's a terrible idea. Back to the drawing board again.
So again, if you go back to the drawing board, you start all over.
Yeah.
Drawing board, of course, is the table where people who design buildings work. So they need to come back with a new idea or come up with a new idea about a new building. And that's kind of why we say this, to start all over again.
Yeah.
And Jerry says, Christmas, my goodness, it's the most stressful time of the year. Which is kind of a strange thing to say, because Christmas is supposed to be a happy time of year, but there's still a lot of pressure to get people presents and to get them presents that they like. So it can be stressful. It can be difficult to know how to handle it. Stressful. Your job might be stressful, or maybe school is stressful for you because you need to pass all those tests.
That's why you shouldn't wait until the last minute, though. It's less stressful if you do your shopping in advance. So remember that this year it's not too late to get your presents bought.
Good advice.
I know. Okay, everybody, it's time to listen to our Chinese teacher, and then we'll be back.